That's very, very
Yeah.
good. On yesterday's episode, we discussed Pokemon Go. It's taking over the world. People can't get enough of getting in touch with their inner child.
Yes.
And Kat, you played Pokemon Go all last weekend.
Really hard.
About 96 hours of what I consider to be wasted time, but you thought it was very vital that you catch them all.
I had a really hard weekend emotionally.
Yeah, right.
And I really like to have Pokemon Go there for me to distract me from the issues in some of my relationships that I really need to address.
Right. So you were cuddling with Jigglypuffs and random Bulbuses?
And Bulbasaurs.
Bulbasaurs.
And I got really, 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 really into it. I was walking around the street. I was catching them all. And I was, not engaging socially because if you don't engage, they can't hurt you.
That's a good point.
And now I'm kind of over. Like, I haven't played it at all today.
You got burned out. You're all done.
Yeah, it's like sometimes when you love so passionately, it burns out quick.
Yeah, that's how I've never had a relationship last longer than a tweet. All right. Well, speaking of ends of relationships in Pokemon Go, there's this fella. He's what we might call a total idiot. His name is Evan Scribner. And he got busted by his girlfriend for cheating because she found him on the geolocator thing on the Pokemon Go app. And apparently he was in Bushwick, Brooklyn, which, if you know anything about Bushwick, Brooklyn, it's full of some of the smellier kind. But good people, very artistic, and they get a lot of money from their parents.
So he said he was somewhere else, but he was in Bushwick.
He said he was someplace else playing the Pokemon Go game. She checked up on him. She realized he was canoodling with his ex-girlfriend back in Bushwick, and she dumped him. It goes back to the police state that we were discussing yesterday.
So why didn't he just say that he was playing Pokemon Go in Bushwick?
I have no idea. He doesn't look like a very good liar. He looks like someone who is easily confused. He has one of those beards that he's been trying to grow for 22 years.
Yeah, it's very patchy.
He's yet to achieve his dream of being a true hipster with a hipster beard. So now he is busted. I mean, we talk about government watching our every move, corporations tracking our purchases, tracking what we like, what we dislike in order to market to us better. I think the real issue is not Big Brother watching. It's current girlfriend watching. I
guess. But if you're one of those relationships, I mean, come on, man. The girlfriend is stalking him on Pokemon Go. It sounds like it was kind of doomed.
It's so easy to do now. I mean, you really can no longer
lie.
You cannot lie.
Really hard to lie out there.
I know, but you could make a strong argument that lying is the cornerstone of many wonderful relationships.
I would agree with that. With me personally, I want to think that you would never lie to me.
Right.
But you should.
I have no reason to lie to you because we don't canoodle. So that really helps.
Yeah.
I mean, the very idea gave you such a visceral reaction. I'm not going to lie. My feelings are slightly hurt.
Well,
but I also agree with your overall sentiment.
Yes.
I had a friend of mine had a friend, a fiance at the time, who lied to her, his fiance, saying that he was hanging out with my friend. And so it works in multiple different ways because my friend happened to be in New York City at the time where my other friend said that he was hanging out with him to his girlfriend.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so you follow all of that. So now you have a situation where my friend is in New York City taking pictures of it on Instagram. This guy lied to his girlfriend saying that he's with this person. She knows he's not in New York City. So you can't get away with anything anymore because even if you're trying to lie and saying that you're with a group of friends, which that was lying 101 in the 80s, 90s, 70s, and 40s.
Yeah.
The 50s, I don't know what they did. But you can't get away with anything anymore. Do you think is there too much information in relationships? Doesn't a little secrecy help?
I think secrecy helps. I think that anybody who knew absolutely everything about me and my life would never want to be involved with me romantically.
No, that's why, I know a lot about you.
Yeah, I know. You know too much. We have to be friends forever.
There's no other way around it.
No, there's not. And there's obviously cheating. I'm anti-cheating.
Sure.
But in terms of having to tell, I don't think you should tell your partner everything.
No, you can't.
I think that's a big mistake because, if there's things they need to know, there's some things they don't need to know, so why just gross them out for no reason?
Exactly. And there is the partner is always like, tell me everything.
Yeah,
your deepest, darkest secrets. They don't want to know what I did when I was 11 years old with some random thing. I mean, I don't even know what I blocked out a memory that I can't even reach right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't be, nobody likes anybody's real true self.
Absolutely not.
We're all a bunch of nightmares.
At the core of us is a nightmare. That's why when you start out as an infant, you cry, you scream, you vomit, and you go to the bathroom. That's all that we are at our core, constantly miserable, in need of using the restroom. Throughout the years, you layer yourself with what we call a personality that then allows human beings not to kill you, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully you do a good enough job of being approachable and human enough where people are like, he's technically one of us.
Can you believe I've never been hit in the face?
I am stunned by that. And I am thrilled. I can believe you've never been hit in the face because otherwise I'd be talking to a ghost. You're very tiny.
I'm very frail.
I can get hit in the face multiple times, and I constantly do, specifically on my forehead, because I am so tall, and New York City is a short person town.
Yeah.
I am constantly getting pummeled in the face.
I'm sure a lot of people have thought about it.
Punching you in the face?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they go down the checklist of like pros and cons. The pro is we get to punch Cat Timpf in the face. But then the cons is, of course, the arrest, the overall abuse charges.
My dad would be very mad.
Your dad would be livid.
The wrath of my father.
Your younger brother would come up and cause a whole scene and make sure to enact his form of Michigan justice, which I don't know what Michigan justice is. Perhaps a pie eating competition or something. But going back to this guy, Eric Scribner, with this chick, if you're a lady and you're dating a guy who is super into Pokemon Go, I would be happier to hear that he was having sex with another human being, an ex-girlfriend, as opposed to running around in a field looking like some, random pervert.
I wouldn't.
Trying to catch
I'd
a
much
Pokemon
rather
Go.
have them have sex with Pokemon than someone else.
You don't have sex with the Pokemon when you catch it. What were you doing? I think you got the game all wrong.
No, I didn't. Your girlfriend plays Pokemon.
My girlfriend has changed, and I haven't seen her since she started playing that thing.
That's how it works.
It's not happening. I will never play. I'm a 34-year-old man. If I start hanging around with Charmanders, I should be arrested immediately for thought crimes that I didn't even have yet. All right, now Pokemon Go, it's happening all over the country, and people are using Pokemon Go at places that are extremely disrespectful, such as the National Mall and Memorial Parks. That's one thing, although, quite frankly, I don't think Abraham Lincoln is looking down from his huge statue and being that disappointed in America or the culture, because it really is quite a technological advance.
Well, the Holocaust Museum won.
This is the one that kind of gets me going.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Holocaust Museum, the visitors have been caught playing Pokemon Go, so they had to officially release a statement. They said Pokestop. That's what they literally called it, a Pokestop. Pokestop, and it was within a Holocaust museum. And you do have to have a little bit of sensitivity and self-awareness and realizing that the saying "I gotta catch 'em all" might not be the most appropriate
thing to shout there
in a Holocaust museum.
Well, okay, so I posted that story on Facebook actually, and I had a friend of mine. Don't be over that guy. Don't be over that guy. Don't. But it was so.
So if you're this homeless guy, theoretically, you're supposed to be the schizophrenic, and everyone is running around staring at their phones and grabbing random fictional characters.
Yes.
Everyone's lost their minds.
Maybe I'll start playing again.
Now this is getting you back in the mood.
Kinda.
I am very conflicted about this Pokemon Go, and if my girlfriend finds a Pokemon around me, I'm gonna smash it.
You can't.
I hate those. Oh, whatever. Either way, do not be playing Pokemon Go in any sort of memorial
headline,
or Holocaust museum.
Holocaust Museum tells patrons, please do not play Pokemon Go in the catch Pokemon in the Holocaust Museum.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Abraham Lincoln, I think you would have a great time watching children enjoy their lives, or even adults acting like children enjoying their lives around your statue. But if you're a victim of the Holocaust, I think you want to tell them to hey, chill out and remember us a little bit, huh?
Yeah, well, you know that in cemeteries they have Pokestops.
We'll be back. We'll be back right after the break.